Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing chest and back. Want to make sure that my back is still growing, but chest is it's our priority. So with chest and back as our priority, we're going to warm up obviously our chest and our back and our shoulders. But why? Because it's all connected. As I'm going this way, all right, everything on my backside has to stabilize, and pretty much vice versa. So main takeaway from this video is maximize your stimulus, minimize the tax that you're putting on your body.
Again, going into big emphasis is I'm worried about the stretch. My muscle isn't like one of those fishing scales where, you know, I caught my fish and I kind of pick it up and it sees, oh yeah, that's about a 10-pounder. I don't know if it's a 100-pound dumbbell for my brain. Now, that means I have to send them a certain amount of electricity to talk to these muscles. I want to maximize getting the most amount of stimulus with intentional, what they call neural drive or focus, without saying, oh man, my joints are hurting from too much heavy weight. So push the envelope. There's a time and a place. Maybe your top set or two is really, really heavy. After some warm-ups, go all out. Doesn't mean you gotta hit PRs every single time. Big stretch, slight pause, conscious squeeze. We'll go right into a little bit of rear delt trap warm up here. These Arsenal pieces are great. I was talking about the prime pieces last time. Only adjustment I like making is a little bit of a handle. Feels a little more fluid on me, but to each their own. That's kind of dealer's choice on that one. So warm-up wise, first set, pretty medium weight, pretty light for flies. Really thinking about keeping my shoulders back, flipping around immediately into reverse flies. So like I mentioned in a quick little intro, my thoracic mobility, how well I'm either bad posture or good posture, these all kind of talk together. Chest, shoulders, back. So I really need to be able to warm those up. Did some banded kind of external rotation, banded pull aparts. And I bent over, did a little bit of twisting there just to make sure that everything from waist up is also, you know, all in line. So we're gonna hit probably one more 70, 80% weight wise, and then flip it around, probably drop the weight just because my chest is a little bit stronger than the back. That's kind of a common theme for at least this motion. Keep a lifted chest. Come on. Oh. All right, there I'm thinking, there's a puppet master behind me. He's got elbows are attached to a string and he's yanking them straight back. Not trying to go too far, but get maximum stretch slow, yank it back, trap and rear delt there. You're gonna get a little bit more mid-back or chop and rhomboid with a little more thumbs up compared to overhand. So why am I doing flies first? And let me kind of scientifically bring home what I was saying about how the back and chest talk together. They're antagonists or stabilizers. So if I'm doing my chest press, right, my shoulder slips forward, it means that my trap or my rhomboid didn't want to stabilize and keep it back. So on my backside, I'm trying to pinch a pencil the whole time while my shoulders are working, while my chest are working, and my shoulders are pinned back. It's gonna maximize the amount of stress I'm putting on my chest, and it's gonna minimize the amount of tax I'm putting on my shoulders, you know. So as I'm going into my next chest push, it's gonna be dumbbell, so stabilizer heavy, So that's why I'm warming up on a machine. Want to make sure this has some blood in it, that my shoulders aren't too stimulated or talked to, and that my back is able to not just stay out there, but stay back while my arms work. So think about that on your next chest and or back day. If I'm rowing for my back, I don't necessarily want to arch up every time on my chest. I kind of want to be able to let it fall, let it cave, and let my back do the work. So a lot of it is our elbow drives with the rows, and then keeping our shoulders back as our elbow pits come together on the flies. Incline chest press here. Setup wise, if I were doing chest and shoulders, this would be fine for me. I'm gonna lower it a bit though. Not to all the way flat, but dang near all the way flat. Just this a bit, but main thing is I wanna keep my shoulders out of it, like I was saying earlier. If I were working on both, it might be good to kind of have them talk at the same time, but this will be better for a little bit more of the upper shelf without talking to these. I'm not also trying to start and stop here. Let's maximize that stretch, which is really why I want to make sure you were warmed up so you could get into this position. With that in mind, I still don't want to jump to 70, 80, 100 pounds too quick, because I haven't done this motion at all yet today. So warming up with 30s, call me crazy. Then we throw them down and pick up a little heavier weight. Same deal. Trying to touch almost my nipples, press all the way. I don't want to overextend. Let's keep the shoulders back. Three, 2, 1. From 80, we're probably gonna go 95 or 100. Biggest jump, right? But stay comfortable within your means. I'm feeling good. I feel like I'm pretty in tune with no shoulder pain. If I take a little bit of extended rest, we can get a solid 10, maybe 12 out of those. And here's a caveat, or maybe a disclaimer. I'm a big advocate for, if you're gonna do all this, lighter weight, more control, sometimes higher volume is going to kind of be what you need if you're not pushing the weight too high. So a lot of my sets, if I'm doing four sets, 2 medium weight, maybe 70, 80% towards the third set, but that top set, there is a time and a place. Still need to push the envelope. This is the gym. We're not going to pick up the 5s and 8s every time. So stay within your means in terms of your joint integrity and knowing your limitations, your mobility, but still time to push yourself. Two more. Up. Half reps. Not even half reps. 6 brought us to failure. I'm all right with that. Let's go work on some back. Here's what we're thinking. First back movement besides the reverse flies. It's our first true pull down. Start with like 80, could start at 100, 110. I'm gonna really maximize the squeeze, slow stretch. Here, don't let your shoulders rise up. You might still work different parts of your back, but I'm trying to imagine center blocks are on my shoulders, so my lats are still engaged without letting them slip out. Engaged, holding tension. Let's hit it. Not here, keep them there. If I'm leaning back, elbows pulling like so, more towards my chin, I'm gonna feel it in the middle. I'm gonna feel like that pencil is being pinched as if I'm holding it while pressing, right? It's okay, I want big traps and rhomboids, but not on this set. I'm trying to really feel my lat stretch. So don't let them slip up. If you can keep that shoulder down, you're gonna feel more tension, feel that engagement as you're stretching and pulling down. probably, yeah, seated row on that one. I'm gonna seated row with the bungee handles. It's gonna give us a different type of tension, working different types of muscles. So again, we got the bungee handles here. They're obviously already longer, and then once you pull back, they get real long. If I'm rowing, I'm coming forward, I'm not getting near enough stretch is what I need. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna come off the machine, sit on a box. Now I can sit all the way forward, if not farther, get full range of motion. Elbows still driving back, slight pause. Trying to row really low towards my hip pocket. Those feel great. Back is a lot about finesse. So if I'm doing just movements here, I'm gonna alter it on my top set. Go up, do a drop into neutral grip. What up, Kelly? Felt myself on my last set, arch up a little bit. Let's try and keep a caved chest as we're rowing on this last set. Chest, arms, we outie. Finishing up with these here. Same motion, obviously, as the first one that we started with, but the tension's gonna be a little different simply because it's cables. And then also with the cables pulling me out a little bit, it's gonna be different. Posted up on my back foot mostly. Elbow pits aren't up towards the sky. They're internally rotated at the shoulder. Big hug while the shoulders stay back. I believe it was Kai Green said it in a video that got kind of viral. If you're a bodybuilder, you mostly want to make lightweight seem or feel heavy. So I'm not gonna go up and down fast like this. I want to rather, instead of grabbing 40s, grab 30s, go up fast, make it seem like it's really heavy, like my body's really having to work on it, because I am. You're putting more neural drive, that electricity we were talking about earlier. So if you're a bodybuilder, train accordingly. Go heavy when you need to, all right? But don't use a powerlifting or power building split expecting a specific adaptation and vice versa. If you're a bodybuilder, if you train like a bodybuilder, trying to be a powerlifter, So biggest thing, trying to think about whenever I am squeezing, feeling a pump into the workout. Let's see how much blood, how full this looks. Is it kind of that upper clavicular head protruding out and up like a mountain? That's been a lot of the emphasis. We didn't do a whole lot of decline or a lot of high to low flies, so not expecting to feel too pumped up down here. But overall chest has grown. Haven't shown off too much of the back yet. But I feel like leaning out slowly but surely, but still trying to up the weight to about that. We have 8 more pounds to go roughly. So just trying to stay tight as we put on healthy muscle. All right, that was a good upper body, chest, back day, a little bit of biceps. Got a whole lot of pushing, tricep ancillary engagement or secondary help. So we've been focusing on tries a little bit Monday through Friday. What I am stoked about is this newest to me flavor of protein from Evogen. Had a client of mine tell me, man, this is the best protein I've ever had. He did use code JRO, so he saved 10%. Regardless, I thought he was bull joshing me. I get it in, I try it. It might be top 3, top 2 of all brands that I've tried, just because I got a big sweet tooth. What Hani talks about, Hani Rimbaugh, the owner of the company, talks about that mouth feel for certain flavors when you're dieting. I'm not dieting hard yet, but when I am and I get a bite of that sprinkle, that birthday cake or that mini crisp cookie, and it helps me feel like I'm eating something that's more delectable than what it is, helps a lot with the curbing the cravings. So, and everything in here is formulated a specific way, only 110 calories, 0 fat, 2 carbs, 1 sugar, 0 added sugar, but 25 protein. So it's very pure. A lot of people hate fillers in their protein. This is the one you're gonna wanna go to, so. Definitely one of my top tier flavors. Capping off the workout though. Very pleased with it. We got a little bit of maybe just some list cardio, do that on the bike at home. But we're gonna prep for the week, get a lot of meals going. Got some fish that I gotta prep before that goes bad, so that'll be on the agenda today around some other house chores and stuff. So still taking on more online clients, so DM me, ask me questions. Let's get set up through kahunas and keep pushing those goals, man. So thank y'all for watching. For all my supporters, family, friends, I love you. Stay humble, but stay dangerous.